Hey everybody, welcome to episode 42 of the Friendlyjordies podcast. My name's Tom, we've got Jordan here.
Yes, we do.
And Robbie, the sound man.
Hey guys.
So we've got a big episode today, very, very jam-packed full of fun stuff. We are going to jump first into a segment that we've done many times, but we're putting a fun twist on it today, which usually is called Dare We Smile, but today it's called Dare We Hate. So
purely because there's been a lot of people in the podcast Facebook section, which if you want to join in on all the laughs and pre-post-game talk, by all means, put yourself in there, unless you've blocked you, and then, don't ask for us to unblock you. We've done it for a good reason, mainly because we hate you. Nice tie to this segment. But also on top of that, a lot of people have been mentioning that they don't like us using the Dare We Smile franchise unless we have a guest in. So we said, you know what? You guys are just as much in the seat as we are, so you get to decide what's happening here. We've slightly changed it. Very, very slightly. We've changed one word in the title, and we have a whole new game.
So how does Dare We Hate work? So we do the same thing where we choose a song and we choose a object or person, and instead of choosing something which is kind of on that fine line of like, is it funny or not, it's now things that we personally hate and we think that everyone else also would hate.
Get off that bandwagon.
Yeah, things that like society
hijack the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Tell them that this ain't going down this road anymore. There's a better one in the woods over there. And then everybody gets killed by Native Americans.
Yeah. So what would an example be? Something where people, like here's our example is Tropfest, right? So things that, like, it's an event that everyone is kind of like led to believe is great. But really, is it that great? It's like that's the idea, I think.
Sitting on a lawn, some guy that looks like the knob from Vice that's twice the knob that he is, standing in front of you going like, a lot of people said I couldn't do this, but I did. And everyone half enthusiastically clapping going, okay, I came here to see movies.
Well, another good one would be Vice, right? It's like, everyone loves Vice, but really, like, come on, is it really good journalism?
Why do you like it?
Yeah.
Because you can't be bothered to study pickup, so you do the hipster version of that, which is to just learn, hey, do you know that they are bare knuckle box in Scotland? To try and get pussy. And sadly, it works.
Do you reckon?
How do they get that? I can guarantee you that many people across, especially where we are now, Redfern, shout out to FBI.
Yeah, thank you, FBI.
There is definitely somebody who is paid at FBI who has got laid from the bare knuckle boxing Scotland.
From Vice. But they've definitely like...
hey, you should check it out yourself, but I'm just going to relay it to you very briefly at the moment. Just as entertaining, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're definitely anecdotes that you would have out at the club. Like, if you could be like, yeah, man, like, did you know that there's this, like, drug in Brazil which... if you breathe it in, like it will like just make you like a zombie. Like they're the kind of things Vice do documentaries on. Women already seeing it, but going, really? No. And that's when you know that it's on. Robbie, you taking notes?
Yep.
All right, so why don't we start with you, Jordan?
Okay.
All right.
So are you going to do a song or a person first?
All right, let's reverse it.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Dare We Hate? It's a whole new game, different ballpark. We're playing in a different league now.
Yeah. So what are we
Does
starting
this sport work? Well, we're starting with the music one. So, Robbie.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what it is.
Dare you hate this?
At last,
no, I really like it. I've always liked that song. I don't even know what it's called, but I like
It's
it when it comes
At
on.
Last by Etta James. And I can actually, do you know what? I think it's a pretty inspired choice because I actually, it is quite ubiquitously loved, it seems, but yeah, I'm a little bit indifferent towards it. I'm not hating it, but I really am just like, who cares?
So I get 0 points from you, and of course, as we previously mentioned, completely new game, so new rules in terms of the scoring system. 1 point for liking, 0 for being indifferent, minus 10,000 for hating. So it's very for liking. Sorry. So it's very, very damaging if Tom says that he likes this. I'm already on 10,000 points. I don't see how I can win from here.
I'm not a big music guy, so I don't like. Yeah, I don't think you should really trust my opinion on it. But yeah, personally,
but
I
it's
like
so
it.
sepia tone. And I hate sepia tone.
song.
It's not black and white. It's not colour.
Yeah,
It's like sitting in a lukewarm bath.
Yeah,
Who likes
I know
that
what you
feeling?
mean. I don't know. I just like it whenever it comes on. I don't dislike that. I don't think like, can someone turn that off? I don't feel that.
So when you look down, it really feels like to me, when you're in the bath too long, you start to get wrinkles on your fingers. Every time I hear that, I can see my fingers going.
The pruny, yeah.
My body just turns pruny. You don't feel that.
No, oh yeah, like I do, but I don't mind it.
Thanks to that song. And you're going to sit there and tell me you like it.
Yeah, well, I don't like it. I just don't. All right, fine. I'm indifferent. I'll give you 0 points.
So you get 0.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
way better than losing, right? Rule 1 of investing. Don't lose money.
Yeah, that was very. Yeah, I'm impressed that you got me from liking it to being indifferent because I actually do like it. All right, my turn.
Well, that's
Robbie.
fine. You've already done your point scoring, so not minus 10,000 points.
You can have 0. Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay. All right, and now your one.
Yep.
Okay, this is Tom's music pick for Dare We Hate.
I take you to the candy shop.
No. I love this. Minus 50,000 points.
I have to agree. Like
You love it? Minus 100,000. What have you done to
Why is it 50,000 now?
50 cent, ain't it?
I don't understand. Like, I mean,
right.
such a very bold choice.
Well, it's just because like it is one of those songs which everyone's just like always like they loved it when it came out. It then got kind of, did the kind of Dare We Smile thing of went into that realm, and everyone's just always loved it. And I've always just thought it's like, I think I just heard it way too many times, and it's one of those ones where like if one of you chose it as Dare We Smile, I would probably agree it was good. But yeah, like I've just always kind of had a little pet hate of that song. I don't know.
Okay.
But I knew you'd love it.
Yeah. It was
That's terrible at convincing. I'm still... In fact, I love it more.
Yeah.
If I could minus more points, I would, Tom. But I
God,
think you've got enough problems. Yeah. It's enough. Hasn't he been punished enough?
Yeah, minus 100,000 points. Can I come back? I think I can on my next one.
Cool.
All right, Robbie.
So this is my music pick.
Coming up.
Nah, I like this song.
Coming up. It's there.
I'm sorry, Robbie. I really wanted to help you out here, but my head's moving too much to this funky gorilla beat.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you not like the Gorillas?
No, I actually do like the Gorillaz.
that song.
This song, I actually hate. Like, it really annoys me every time I hear it. And I sort of was thinking...
What is it? Is it the British accents?
I think it's the singer. The video just really pissed me off as well. Like, everything about it really is just... I can't really explain it, but I do hate it.
No, I can't listen to the whole song. It's always like I can listen to that first bit.
Yeah, I can as well. Yeah, but...
Yeah, okay, so I love that first bit. This is a very tough one to score.
Yeah,
you love the first bit.
How long is the song?
To the next.
Yeah. 3 minutes, so
the song's
10
4
seconds.
minutes.
10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds of love, which is a point. Oh, which is minus 10,000.
Yeah, it looks like it's minus 300 points from me. Really? Tom.
And I'm indifferent, so... Okay. No, I like it. You minus 10,000. Sorry.
What? Minus 10,300 was shocked.
Take them away.
Oh, okay. All
right, Jordan,
now
what's
we're
your
on to the
person?
next round.
Or object, or event.
This is going to be very controversial. Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good choice.
I'm indifferent to him because I like him in The Cable Guy. But besides that...
That's great. He has a very extensive movie career.
Yeah.
His filmography is massive.
All right, well, I mean...
like one of his
Okay,
movies.
so I'm indifferent for all of his filmography besides The Cable Guy, which I like, so that's minus 10,000.
So Robbie gets minus 300 for me because I did the maths on that. Let's assume that Jim Carrey, at a conservative estimate, has done 500 movies.
You're conservative. Like, rules are rules, Jordan.
All right, not conservative, ballpark.
All right, minus 10
ballpark.
points. You can have minus 10. There you go.
Thank you very much. God, this is a very scary game. It's a total game of defense.
Yeah. You're never
completely
really...
different
It's just
ballpark.
trying to grab a point. Well, Man on the Moon, I think he's great as well.
I think he's just I really enjoy watching him. I actually like him. So
minus 10,000.
Yeah, I suppose minus 10,000.
So minus 10,010 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone keeping score? Because I'm certainly not.
No, I think they are at home though. So Tom,
Yeah, they would be.
All right, mine is... This is also quite controversial, I think. Cirque du Soleil.
Damn, nice.
Explain yourself.
Like,
I'm really tempted
everyone
to give you
is
another
just
minus 50,000.
Everyone's so flatly like in love with Cirque du Soleil, but I would like I've seen Cirque du Soleil probably 3 to 4 times now.
Yeah.
And like it is a great circus, but I think there are like a lot of elements within Cirque du Soleil that are like trying to be really like they get excused so much. Like no one has any idea what's going on when you're watching a Cirque du Soleil show, do they? And I don't know if you're meant to know what's going on. Like, and it can be enjoyable, but like I reckon the majority of my Cirque du Soleil like time that I've spent watching Cirque du Soleil, I've been bored in more of it than I have been like amazed.
God, he's such a 50-year-old man that's like, Tuesday's pot roast. I gave up that for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I reckon, like, circuses are great, but Cirque du Soleil has this, like, god-like status when it comes to circuses. And, like, yeah, it's very impressive, but, you know, like, I don't know if it's...
So are you saying that you hate Circus du Soleil?
Well, it's, you know, I don't... Yeah, like, I just think it's overrated. Like, so, yeah, I guess, I hate it in this context. But, like, I'd go and see
very
it.
passively hate it.
Yeah, it's a soft hate. It's like a very low hate. What do you reckon?
I really don't agree with any of that critique at all. I think it's fabulous, and I love the fact that it's on a wild ride and I don't know where it's going.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Yeah, like, I don't know. There's so many offshoots of it now, and, like, you know, it's in Vegas. And
It does
kind of
seem
like,
a bit bloated. I think it's quite a bloated cultural thing, isn't it? You know?
It feels a bit kind of like fake to me. Like maybe it started off in this like really pure place, but now it's like being like so like commercialized. Like everyone's bloody Cirque du Soleil. Like it's not like there's this one circus traveling around town. Like there's a show on full time in Vegas, like the Aqua one. There's like the Oval one. Like there are several Cirque du Soleils just like touring around the world.
Yeah, Taste the Rainbow. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah, but they're all
based on aquatics.
Yeah.
What if people were fish?
I'm just saying,
that's
like
the question of it. I'd want to see a circus about that.
No, like, yeah, I'm sure it's all impressive. I just mean, like, originally circuses were just like a traveling troupe that would just go from place to place. I don't even know the history of Cirque du Soleil.
God,
but
what
it does
traditionalist.
Yeah.
You don't think the medium should evolve ever.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know.
So contrary to everything you believe as an atheist.
Yeah, when it comes to circuses,
I don't like evolution. I don't want it to be real.
Yeah,
I just like things the way they are.
All right, I don't know. Yeah,
Tuesday's
it's hard to put my
pot roast
finger on it. Yeah, it's hard to put my finger on it. But yeah, for some reason,
I'm pretty sure I could put the finger right on it and allow me to touch your knee. You didn't think very hard about this one, did you?
Oh.
No. I like... Yeah, well, no, I didn't think about... We thought of this a minute before we started recording this podcast.
We're very much on the back
It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of thought. And I really think that you were looking at your shirt going, mo money, mo pizza. Yeah, no, Lonely Kids Club does some really good shit. Oh, shit, I've got to think of something.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I admit it, all right? I love Cirque du Soleil.
We turned it around.
Yeah, I lose 10,000 myself.
God.
I take it back. I take it all back.
You love it. 50,000. I love Cirque du Soleil, so that's 50,000. So you're already on minus 200,000 points.
Why are you keeping track on my one and no one else? It's easy, I guess. It's
just
450.
so profound.
Robbie, what do you reckon, though? You're on different.
Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
I'm pretty indifferent. Yeah.
Yes. A solid 200,000 clean.
Honestly, I don't think it's that bad of a choice, really. I think because it does elicit that. Oh, is it? Yeah. Is it bad? Is it good? Yeah.
I'd like to hear what you guys think, if you agree.
With all of these.
Yeah.
All right.
Robbie?
Should we move on? Okay.
What's your one?
Winston Churchill.
That's really offensive.
Dude, come on.
You'd be speaking German right now, mate.
No. I'm not saying like I...
Do you think it's one of those things where people just don't know anything about Winston Churchill and they just are like, it's like Gandhi or something, which is like, yeah, he's a great guy. Like,
yeah, personally, I don't really know that much about him. It's not that I hate him necessarily. It's just that I'm kind of like, I wouldn't care to know anymore.
That's pretty bold to say that he's.
I've got to go out on a limb here and say that Robbie said something that is so offensive. It is beyond rating. You have just automatically lost the game.
Forever. You can never play again, Robbie, after that.
No, we'll be more fair than that. 3 strikes, mate, but you know, like, that's your first.
I reckon you get 2 strikes
serious?
for that.
How is Cirque du Soleil? Come on.
Cirque du
2 out of 3.
Soleil did not win a world war.
You wouldn't be here, bro.
Look, I'm not saying that I'm appreciative of what he's done. It's just more like as a guy, just like who cares, you know? I mean,
what do you mean? Who cares? He's one of the only kind of like politicians you could say like he made a really like good impact on the world.
Do we have to beat this out?
No, we don't have to beat it out.
No. The people have a right to know that if they want to buy that hideous action figure of you saying, you've just been called out, my friend, which we really do want to start making. If anybody knows how to cast action figures, I'd buy one.
Yeah.
But let it also be known that on the back of that, there will also be a little optional switch that you can turn from good Robbie to bad Robbie, where he says like, Winston Churchill, was he really that great?
Oh man, I feel really bad about that now.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, no, you've really damaged your image as a fun-loving monkey.
Yeah, let's wade ourselves out of this dark patch of the pod.
No, let me pick something else then.
No, we're not waiting for you to pick something
lost.
else. Take it.
In the words of Willy Wonka, you lose.
How do you remember that quote? Yeah, good taste.
That's one of my favourite film moments, I reckon.
That is great. Yeah, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a film.
Yeah.
All right, Tyrannosaurus Chess. Let's move on. So, Tyrannosaurus Chess is a segment we do every week. Get amongst it on Facebook in the comments section. Samuel Troy, a fan of the pod, has come out leading the front on this. It's a game of chess against the people versus the Friendlyjordies podcast.
Tom.
Me. So every week we make a move.
He's part of it.
Yeah.
Much like when a CEO comes out and says, Dell will be moving more into computing technology in the future. He's talking about himself.
So, we're in a very heated part of this game. I'm definitely on the back foot, I admit it. But I saw that move coming, and I'm going to be moving my knight, which is at C3, to B, whatever it is, above the bishop. So that one.
So say it one more time for them.
Knight from C3 to B1, 2, 3, 4, B5. That's my move. Hit the roar. There
Excellent.
Oh,
You've got him now, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Haven't looked at any of the chessboards since we've started. But if it's not there this week, we quit.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the other stipulation to this segment, which is a very risky one, I'll admit.
You hear that? Yeah.
If no one posts the finished board, which I can see people are getting tired of the chess game because now there's only 2 people left in it.
However, I will also... Is the Ukrainian kid in it, or is it going, no, my country needs me?
Well, this week it was like Samuel Troy posted it and he's like, anybody? Like that kind of thing. And then the guy in the last minute was just like, pawn to d5, like attack the bishop or whatever it was. And it's just like, oh yeah, okay, and he just posts the board. So it's like
we're in dangerous waters.
Yeah.
Sea monster infested waters. I see enemies to the left of me, enemies to the right. Samuel Troy is the only guiding light that beckons me, much like that guy in the Albatross that had some kind of guardian angel that was looking over him. Thank you very much. Samuel Troy, you have been upgraded from Scout Master to Supernatural Scout Master. But on top of that, what about if instead of you guys posting up a chessboard, you have to post up a checkers board, so we just have to guess what all the pieces are on the board.
Just
and
for next week, yeah.
If that happens, you've got us for life, guys. The only way this pod is stopping you is if one of us dies.
Or so by the way, over the next 4 weeks or so, there won't be Tyrannosaurus Chess because
excluding the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, because we're going to be away venturing around Asia. So you
one island in Asia,
Japan.
It's Asia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all the same. So
seen one Japan, you've seen them all, haven't you?
Yeah. So this will be a lot of time to think about your move. So yeah, but we will be getting back to it, I promise. All right,
and now we're going on to when the laugh machine stops turning.
When the laugh machine stops turning with Jordan Shanks.
Somebody going to drag me through this, or
okay,
so do it myself because love isn't always on time. As this as this segment proves.
Yeah, so Jordan and I were at this Pedestrian TV Awards ceremony last night. We were nominated for Best of the Best Comedy, and we
got to say, hats off to the people that won the catering show.
Gotta say.
Absolute geniuses of the cooking satirical world. They trounced us.
Yeah.
Weren't even there. They weren't even there, and they won the award.
How damn good they are.
And the producer came up and said, "Yeah, okay, thanks, Pedestrian, good on you." And then that was her acceptance speech.
Yeah. So
the words "good on you" left. Everybody just very confused, clapping. Like, was someone even on the podium? Did they just they just put a wig on the microphone stand? Yeah. She had zero personality.
But the thing that made the night all worthwhile was that the judge, the solo. So this is how the awards work. There was one judge, and that judge was the what's she on? Was she SBS or no? She wasn't.
Yeah, she's SBS and has been for years.
Yeah,
Tom, I am shocked that you don't know enough
she's
about
on something else as well, though, isn't she?
She's on. Yeah, okay. She's also on SBS 2. Thank you for clarifying that, Tom.
That's
I think
it.
we could have admitted that. Can we please move on?
Yeah. So she was there. Her name is
none other than Leilin Chin,
the one and only.
That is actually probably after this. I should have chosen her as my Jim Carrey. Because I hate her now.
Yeah. Like she's
everybody in our generation thinks she's great. Why? Why is she a great journalist? Because she's got a nice clownish accent. Really, yeah. She sounds like an Asian clown.
She's quite like the one story I knew of her beforehand was I was in line at getting Indian food and it was like a really busy line, and she just like waltzed in past the entire queue of people, went up to the front counter and tried to order and just like skip everyone, knowing full well she was skipping the queue because she thought she just could because she's like that great. And last night,
did it work?
Yeah, she just got her food.
She got her food.
Yeah,
the guy
was just too intimidated by her.
Are you shocked at the arrogance of this? I've only ever heard of Saudi kings do that.
Yeah,
Saudi kings and Leilin Chin.
Yeah, and Leilin Chin.
So anyway, I'm talking. So Matt, our editor, was there. Was hell-bent on getting a selfie with her. He was,
a personal hero of his.
Really?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, kind of. But yeah, really wanted a photo.
So we're all going... It was really like being in year 7 again, where you're trying to ask the hot chick to dance with you in the nut bush. Everyone going, "Yeah, you ask first."
Yeah.
Matt, obviously, because he wanted it more, was about to walk up to her. In the last minute, he did a real dirty on me and pushed me in front, so I had to speak to Leilin Chin.
Yeah.
And so I go, "Leilin Chin, I know you said during your announcement of arrival that you refuse to take any selfies. Does it count if somebody else is taking a photograph of us, so we're not holding it?
Yeah.
Is that still a selfie?" And she goes, "Yes, that counts as a selfie. I don't want that." What the hell? And on top of that, yeah, okay, in all fairness, I said, "Matt, this is a pretty weak plan to somebody who's a very sharp journalist and has been in the game for 50 years. I don't think you're going to trick her by saying, 'No, but somebody else is holding the camera, so it's not a selfie anymore.'"
Yeah, damn it. Yeah. Caught me out.
Yeah, he's been had.
Yeah. So
Matt has finally met his intellectual match. Yeah. And so I was plonked next to her and she goes, "Sit down, young man." And then, this is amazing actually. So, I changed my mind entirely. I don't hate Leilin Chin. I think that she more than deserves to get her butter chicken before anybody else.
Well, she definitely thinks she should.
Yeah, well, you know what? Like, that's half the battle, right? If you've got the confidence to do it, flaunt it.
And how confident is what she did next?
Okay, so she sits me down and she says, "Young man, I love Shakespeare." And I say, "Okay, well, I don't see what this has to do with anything about a selfie." And she goes, just hold on with me here. "I love Shakespeare, but if Shakespeare were alive, I wouldn't get a selfie with him." And then I said, "Why? Why wouldn't..." That still doesn't register me at all. If Shakespeare resurrected from the dead...
As if you wouldn't.
Just for the proof, right? But no, I'm not crazy. I was actually with Shakespeare.
He's alive, damn it.
There is a lot of reasons for why you would be getting a selfie with Shakespeare. Not even just for the fact that he's a celebrity. there's a lot riding at stake here. That, like zombies exist.
Yeah, and also
Heaps of things to say.
just the fact that she's comparing herself with Shakespeare.
And it gets better because she also compared herself to the pop version of Shakespeare, the Beatles. Because then on top of that, I said, yeah, I really don't see your point here, Lee Lynching. Can we just get the selfie? And then she goes, I also love the Beatles, but I would never get a selfie with the Beatles. And
She's just insane.
Yeah, I've seen that.
what?
Jesus Christ.
Like, yes, I understand this.
But surely you could at least rate some of the songs of Shakespeare. Like, because then I said, what's your favourite Shakespeare player? Then she says, I love them all. And then I said, okay, well, what about hating one of them the most? And then she goes, no, it's all an experience.
Oh, God.
What does that mean? And then she said the same thing about the Beatles of going, it's all cyclical. Could you rate your children to me? And I said, yes. Yes, I could very easily rate my children. Don't you think you could as well? There is definitely... Okay, you're never going to admit it to them, but there is definitely going to be one kid that you love way more than the others. And if there was a train coming in front of your family, you had to save one, you'd be like, Lucy, out of the way!
Maybe. Did you still want a photo with her at this stage? Like, after this insane conversation?
After that... I gained so much respect for her.
Oh my God.
What? All right. Really, Li Lingqing thinks of herself as a Saudi king. She has that level of love for herself.
Yeah.
Not only that, she thinks she's the great... She thinks she's the Shakespeare of Australian media. You've got to love that.
Well, all right.
Good on her.
All the while as well, she was wearing like a golden sequin dress with a mask on top of her head, like a sequined kind of like drapery across her face,
Like Kanye wears.
Yeah. It was exactly
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
It was like a Kanye mask.
And then at that point, when it was the Matrix was unraveling in front of me, and everybody started to look like ones and zeros, and I realized that Li Lingqing was the only human being. in front of that, also Justin Bieber pumping in the background. All I could hear was Li Lingqing's soft, monotone newsreader voice. That was it. That was how drawn into the conversation I was with her, and I finally realised why she's been around for 20 years. She's just an extremely intriguing woman. But at that point, when it finally clicked that, it is wrong to ask a Shakespeare about getting a selfie with them. Look, I'm way over my head here. We shouldn't be doing this. At that point, Pedestrian comes in with their camera and says, hey, could you just say into the camera, Li Lingqing, Intel is the best, and can you just be playing around with one of their pads? All right, go. Just with Friendlyjordies. Friendlyjordies, get in the camera a little bit like that. And then at that point, she just looks at me, and she's just like, can you explain to them what I just said? And then I had to go, come on, guys, this way.
Wow.
I had to guide them away from her. Yeah. She instantly turned me into a convert. Yeah. I finally get why SBS2's The Feed is always going, Li Lingqing, huh?
Yeah.
That's their only joke, really.
They don't have a choice.
But I've got to say, it works.
Yeah.
It's a great gag.
Oh, it definitely was but it was just also the funny thing was that, she, if anything, is the most ancient part of Australian media, right? Like traditional television, this very
Kerry O'Brien,
Asian
Brian
woman.
Henderson. We were talking about that there is a point where if you are still in the media game, but you look like you own a second-hand bookstore and smoke 2 packs of Marlboro cigarettes a day, you're a legend. Automatically,
Right.
Aren't you? Just for the very fact that you're alive, you're a legend. But on top of that, the fact that you're making millions of Australians every night. Notice me. This is what age does to you.
But just for her to be then the judge of a digital media blogster award is just so funny because it's and I was talking to the Pedestrian person after. I was like, what is how did you judge this? How did she do it? And she was just she just kind of was just picking them out of a hat basically. Just that one, why don't we give the fashion award to this dude because he's a guy and guys don't usually do fashion stuff. As broad as that. She just have no idea, right, about this kind of stuff. But she's just that kind of name that it's oh my god, we got Li Lingqing.
Robbie,
Jesus.
You have a chance to wipe off that one mark against your name that if you get 3, you're never allowed to play a Dare We insert word after that game if you answer this correctly. Li Lingqing, hate or love?
Think carefully, Robbie.
Careful now.
Love?
You answer wrong year 2.
He said love. Does he win?
Nah, I reckon it just remains on 1 because I'd say that the correct answer for Lee Lynching is like.
Oh, for God's no, you can't.
No, we can't do it. And we're also moving on to the next segment. Bye-bye, Robbie.
There, what's the next segment, Robbie?
Little Miss Quotey.
All right, so
With the delightful music from Peter and the Wolf, which we really think suits the premise of this. Wait until you hear it.
So the
really
idea,
pay attention.
So this idea is we wanted to
I didn't say stop, Robbie.
Oh, sorry.
So we did in the past. We've done these Keating quotes, talking about Paul Keating, and Jordan didn't have a Keating quote prepared today, so we thought, why not just like think, what are some other cool people that have existed, and quote them. But then to add a little twist to it, why don't we do the quote in a funny accent, which will probably take away from the power of the quote.
Female accent that we're clearly making fun of. Does this still make the quote powerful?
Yeah, so should we do the quote how it is and then in the accent, or just do it straight in the accent?
No, absolutely straight in the accent.
Okay.
You can really tell that this was made up 5 minutes before we went on air, as we're still inventing the game as we speak.
Yeah.
But I think we've got enough to nut ourselves out for this.
Okay, so I'm going to be doing...
God, stop it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Do you want to set it off again, or...
Okay.
Don't have to if you know it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so mine is a Carl Sagan quote, and it's...
Spoken in a Judith Lucy manner.
Yeah, so in Judith Lucy. What is it? Judith Lucy. All right. We are...
That's his,
that's my...
little harmonica into the microphone. Go,
Judith Lucy. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself.
That's awful.
I missed it, yeah.
God, really
Dude, I need a prep in it.
Yeah.
Man, it's a great quote.
That just really sounds like if you said that at the comedy gala at Melbourne, everybody would have that confused laugh. Everyone would think that's a joke.
Yeah. They wouldn't know how to take that on.
Yeah, that'd be, it's interesting.
What is the quote?
The actual quote is, we are made of star stuff. We're a way for the cosmos to know itself. So it's like we are literally
I don't understand it.
So it's like about we are literally made of the same materials that like the universe is made of, and the universe, and like we are like the way for, like, because we're conscious, like we're the only way, like we're part of the universe, and we're like the universe's mind essentially to like understand itself. We exist.
Yeah. Judith Lucy is not allowed to say that. That is. Okay, first of all, do you ever think that thought has crossed Judith Lucy's mind in her entire 55 years on this planet?
I think so. I reckon. Yeah.
Such a supporter of Lucy.
I reckon she seems kind of smart.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry.
Why?
I don't know.
When do you think that she's possibly sat there and looked up at the stars and thought, I need to investigate this?
I am
to the Lucy lab.
Yeah, to the Lucy lab. Maybe my mind is the universe's mind.
Jesus, this is getting pretty deep. I need a Chardonnay. So is this the stars too?
All right, Robbie, what's the next segment?
Now we've got a new segment called Pranky Whoop Whoops.
I thought it was just Pranky Whoops, but I do like the addition.
Whoop whoops.
This definitely has to be the On the Fly podcast.
Yeah, it has to be, yeah. Okay, so this segment works in which all it is an anecdotal kind of like, is there a past moment in your life where you've done like a prank or like some kind of, you've told a fib or something, it's just gone all
that
wrong.
ended in an oops.
Yeah, it ended in tears, yeah. What's your one, Jordan?
Right, okay, so for very acute listeners of the podcast, you would know that I have a Norwegian friend that is really into reggae, extremely tall, always is, you can just hear Snoop playing in his headphones when he's walking into a house, and he's got a skateboard under him just and every time he enters, his greeting, how we, obviously, every time we ever enter a room, even when the microphones aren't on, we say, "Hey, everybody, welcome to the Friendly Jordies podcast." Tom is now in the room, as is Robbie. And Jordan, no, he doesn't live with us. He's not here. Okay, so it's just Tom and Robbie.
That's how you imagine we do it.
That's all the reference point I have.
Yeah, that's all I know.
You can't build a monster and expect he's going to not stand on a few buildings, right? So for Fabian's enter, every time his catchphrase when he walks in and says, "What's up?" his version is going, "Oh no, boys!"
And then one high five.
High fives all around. High fives all around. Lots of tongues pointing out, and extremely canine teeth as well. Really, really sharp teeth. If you know how most people, if they always say that the human digestive system is that of chimps, so that's why you should just be eating, termites, berries. And, of course, the age-old enemy of termites, ants, right? But his teeth are extreme. It just looks like either he's a walrus that's designed to hunt fish, which makes a lot of sense because he's from Norway and he's always saying that my diet is so different to you. And I'm saying, no, we all evolved from apes, Farbs. We've definitely got the same digestive system. And he's going, you don't understand, man. Norway is just a different ballpark. So he could be right about that. That could explain his canine teeth. Anyway. We used to play this game called Punishment Poker, which is I really, really highly off the record recommend you play because it's great, but at the same time, we've got to be responsible broadcasters and say that, look, just before you get into this, just know that this happened. The game works in that the guy that gets the guy that wins doesn't have to get punished at all. The guy that comes second gets a really small punishment of just, like a whack on the bum with a metal ruler or something. And then the last guy gets something horrific. And Fabian was always up for pain. I was always up for doing something gross. And then my other friend Joe was always up for doing something humiliating. Pain goes a lot worse than humiliation and grossness. We know from experience now. It could get a whole lot worse.
What's an example of each of those? So, what would be a humiliating one that Joe would do?
So a humiliating one that Joe did was he walked into Pizza Hut with a pizza box that just had the Italian OK sign guy going like, it's a pizza, that kind of one. So clearly not from Pizza Hut. And then he puts over the top in permanent marker in really small writing. So it just had pizza, massive words on the box, and then really small underneath it, he cheaply writes Hut. And then he does a shit inside it, and he walks into Pizza Hut, and he goes, and then we've got a camera behind him, he's like, what do you think this is, mate? You think this is a joke? You think this is a joke? Opening it up, and then the guy...
Oh my God.
The guy is like a fresh immigrant from here, just being like, what the fuck? This country too weird, man. Because his response to that, where we were just being like, I'm taking this to a current affair, mate, and then he just looks at the camera and goes, it's not mine.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's so good. Oh my God.
But that was just a pranky. the pranky, oops. Yeah, definitely.
What was your
little 10-year-old baking the cake dance move when you do it? Yeah.
What would be a disgusting one? Like eating a cockroach or something?
Ones that I always did. I was always just like, I'll drink my own piss, and everyone was going, no way, don't do it, man. And then I'd be like, yep, and then drink it. Always just thinking, remembering that soldier that was able to live off one round of penicillin for I think a year, because once he had the penicillin, that was the world's supply. And so he just had to keep re-drinking his urine over and over again. So in my head, I'm always thinking like, yeah, this is pretty healthy. And also Madonna pisses on her legs, and she says that's why her legs are nice and hot. But then when you look at them closer, it does really look like she has a spider inside her making her veins, because they do look like a cobweb. Nonetheless, that's an example, right? So I was always up for drinking my piss. It was always my get out of jail free card, because everyone would always, for some reason, be satisfied with that. And so was I. It was a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Everybody, much laughs to be had. Anyway, once Farbs lost, and we said, oh yeah, okay, let's just brand Farbs' ass. So we get out an egg cooker, and we put it on a fire, right? And we wait until, Jesus Christ, we wait until the egg cooker is red.
Oh my God.
So Farbs is just, so we put it down and we're like, you ready, Farbs? And we got this on film as well. And I don't think we do anymore, but we're sitting there, it's so demonic. We're sitting there going, we're 18 as well. You ready, Farbs? You ready? With him going, do it! Just do it! and like, it was such a blood-curdling squeal that as soon as we took the egg metal off, it was only on there for like a brief second, and then you just hear this like, like kind of sound. So we so we're just like, shit, and then we just back off, and then he goes, by instinct. By utter animal instinct, just runs to the bathroom and then turns on the water going, like in a cartoon when the guy's bum is on fire heaps and he goes out into the water hole and just goes, like yeah. And he was asking it while it was there, actually going like, is there steam? Is there steam coming off? But of course there wasn't. Instead there was a 3rd degree burn that he needed. Thank God that we're not living in World War II anymore. Antibiotics. He needed them for probably, I think, a year. And when he was talking to the doctor about it, because he was there, we were there for a whole week after this in the holiday house, and he was just sitting there going, my bum, it hurts so much. and we were always just, we were still playing punishment poker, but every time he said that, it was just like, it killed the mood entirely. Right? He goes back to the doctor's office, and it's like this Indian doctor, and he has the sternest face on because his mum's just like, right, you're coming to the doctor with me, you're telling him exactly what you did, and he's sitting there as this little 18-year-old kid, and he goes, what did you do, Fabs? And then he just goes, the boys put a metal spatula on my bum. And then the Indian guy was like, you did what? Put a metal spatula on my bum. Why would you do that? And he had to, like, the doctor... Explain. The doctor was, interviewing him like a police officer would. God, that was definitely the worst part of it, I reckon. Not the searing pain, not the fact that he has a permanent marker there now, because it does actually look like a tiger scrapped his ass. It looks like cool. A really cool mark. Oh, right. But, I just really think that sitting there while he's being like, your skin is not, like, it's not conducive, it's gonna burn, like, I don't understand how you didn't think this. It's like, I don't know, man, you just give me the antibiotics.
Did he need like a skin graft or anything like that?
Yes, he did need a skin graft, actually.
Wow.
Yes,
that's quite severe.
Yeah, that's really full on. Where did he get the skin from?
I think he got it from his foot. I think he got it from the bottom of his foot. I'll have to check up on that, and I will let everybody know.
Because I thought they often get the skin from your ass.
Yes.
So, like, that would be...
Maybe they did, but for some reason I'm thinking the bottom of his foot. Anyway, we can speculate on that all day, really.
Yeah.
God, that was a big start.
Do we have time for the others, or should we just move on?
Maybe we don't.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Okay.
All right. Well,
sorry, guys.
We'll do next week.
We can do it next week. Yeah.
That's fine. Everyone seems quite upset.
Yeah, no, that was great. I love the story.
Good. Now we want to talk about religion. Is it worth having in the world? Jordan seems to think there is a use for it. Me and Tom, I think, are probably both of the opinion that it's unnecessary in pretty much every respect.
Yeah, so I think this is more Jordan making his case put forward, and we'll just kind of say whether or not we think it's...
Yeah, it's two extremely biased... You're pretty much Soviet Union judges at this point. It is a show mock trial.
Yeah, we don't want any Bibles in households.
I'm just going to open up my mouth and go, and then you guys are going to go, sentenced to death, remove him from all photographs.
So what made you think of this? Like, why are you having this idea all of a sudden?
Because pretty much every atheist I know, apart from present company included, they're mostly jerks. The vast majority of atheists I know, I don't like having conversations with them. Being around them is it's not an uplifting experience. Every time I'm around a Christian, it really just feels like I'm in the middle of a Hillsong concert.
I think the problem though,
really nice.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think the problem, though, is that, like, you're only going to associate... Like, take, like, Matt the editor or Rye, the guy, like, last week's guest.
Yeah, total jerk. Now that he's not here, I'm just going to speak my mind. No, like... The thing is, we all speak to him still on Facebook daily. Like, always being nice.
I think it's more...
Rye, if you're listening, we all secretly hate you.
Sorry, Rye.
No, but look, it's a jest. We think you're a great guy. Yeah, I don't know if he at this point there would be a seed of doubt in his mind that would be growing of just I didn't even consider that.
But yeah, so you get like people, but you never have like Rye or Matt necessarily like even let you know that they're an atheist unless it came up. I think you're just thinking, I think it's just a kind of a common thing, like people think, Christians can be annoying, but they'd only think that for people that approach them saying like, hey, have you heard about God? Like in the same way, if someone comes up to you and talks about how they're an atheist, they're probably a jerk anyway, because it's like no one wants to talk about that. So it's like, I reckon all the people that are kind of like closeted about it, or just like, they'll talk about it if they get asked, but it's not like a big thing to them. They're usually pretty good. Are you
saying that our other editor, Jamie, is a Christian?
No, like he'd be an atheist, but it's like he just doesn't care about it. Well, because Matt is more strident than Jamie would be, I think.
I still think that there's more clout to say that if you have a religious practice in your head. Because think about it. What is religion? It's saying, be good or you're going to go to hell. An atheist really has nothing stopping them from being a dick.
Oh,
they've got nothing.
Such a weak
that's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's not really a weak argument.
I think it is.
Why is it? If you think there's an invisible man in the room that is watching everything you do and keeping tally, you're going to behave.
No, but the problem is
and
that...
he's all powerful. He's all powerful.
Yeah, but it's what is that invisible man telling them to do? Like it's not
nice.
Not necessarily.
Love your neighbor, that kind of shit.
That's only like but there's also a lot of bad stuff, and that's the problem. I think is that all like the be nice stuff has all come from like secular moral philosophy and like secular law making and stuff. Like it hasn't been. It's not like 2000. Like during like the Crusades or like the countless kind of events like that. It's not as though they were saying like, let's do this. Like we've evolved very secularly as well. It's not like we've just come purely from like some religious moral code. Like that is such like. I reckon it's not the best argument really to say like we wouldn't have morals if we didn't have religion.
I'm not saying we wouldn't have morals if we don't have religion. There'd definitely be a lot of people out there that would be nice regardless of whether they believe in it or not.
Yeah.
But if you're a jerk,
yeah,
you need God.
No, but
God is your only savior. If you're a knob, you definitely need a third all-powerful parent.
But I know heaps of knobs that are Christians. Like I know lots of knobs that are lots of different. Like I found, and also I actually read a study the other week that was saying that if you come from a Christian household, you're more likely to be. I don't know. It was something. Yeah, it was something negative.
Was it? Okay,
but like,
damn, that's not a good conclusion.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Studies found something.
No. It was like they did studies where they got atheists, like children that were growing up in like secular households, and then children that were growing up in religious households, and saw if like the children would like share toys and share things, and more often like the religious children wouldn't share, and the secular children would be just like.
You can explain
nicer.
that through religion again.
Yeah.
God gave that to him.
Yeah, well, that's what my point is, that like God gave it to him, so he thinks he's in this like privileged position. Like think about animal rights, right? The reason we think animals are lesser to humans, like a big reason we think that is because of religion, because it's like God gave us animals to do with what we like.
Also, when a dog comes up to you and just lies on its belly and it's like, come on, pat it. You would think lesser of a human being if they did that.
But
Of course, yeah.
Even if Noam Chomsky came up and was like, Emma,
yeah,
Emma,
but think like
touch me there.
Oh yeah. Should we do that now?
What?
Hey, don't be a stranger.
Yeah, just a quick interval. A quick interval.
Yeah.
Robbie and Tom had an idea before the pod started, and they saw that I had a real fake smile of being like, yeah, that looks good. Yeah. So, guys, would you like to explain it?
A quickly canned segment idea of ours.
That we're going to do now. Basically, if I was to say to you, hey, don't be a stranger, touch me there again.
Where would he be referring to?
No, let me try that one more time. I'll say it one more time. Hey, why don't you touch me there again? That was all right.
Oh, how about? Oh, I like that. Touch me there again.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
You are clearly making yours the anus.
I'm not doing that. That's what I'm asking. Where is it?
Robbie's trying to turn this game into something productive to see if there's anything else other than the anus.
No, I was
going
thinking
straight for the bum hole.
I was thinking head massage. I don't know what you're thinking. I was thinking head massage.
Oh, that's a bit of all right.
That's a bit of all right. Touch me there again. Touch me head massage
Hey, one more
again.
time, please. Touch me there.
Touch me on the head.
Well, where could it be? That's for you, the audience, to decide.
I reckon with Robbie, upper back.
Upper back.
Yeah, it really sounds like that.
Yeah, like putting the elbow into the... Oh, yeah, do that again.
Tom just wants fingers in his anus. That's the only thing that you're getting from that tonality.
It's on the head.
Our is, oh, touch me there again. The head.
Yeah, it's like, you're like in a really relaxed position on the couch or something, and someone's just like, scratching your head or something.
I would instantly get my fingers off someone's head if they had that tonality to me. I would get so far away from them. Either that or I put my finger up their bum.
So black and white.
Yeah, so religion, good for the world or not?
Yeah, well, he's a fan and he'd stick your finger up his bum.
The guy that just said he'd put his finger in your anus, if you said, touch me there at a certain tonality, thinks that religion's a good thing.
Yeah, you're from Sodom, mate. Yeah.
Even the descendants of Sodom, even they could admit that religion's a good thing.
They're all dead because of religion.
Should we provoke...
God killed them all.
All right, should we provoke one of the most meaningless, those really lengthy religious tirades that you see on Facebook when you were like 15?
Yeah.
Should we start one of those in the comments section? Somebody go for religion, somebody go against. We really want to see lengthy essay answers.
Yeah, we want to see fireworks.
We want to see big fireworks.
The more mundane and predictable, the better.
Yeah, I want to see numbered dot points.
Many comments with numbered dot points.
I disagree with your argument for the following 4 reasons.
Yes, and as bland as you can possibly get, the better. So we really want to see from the atheists people saying, if God existed, why is there AIDS? Like, why would he do bad things to people? And then the God guy has to say in response to it, in fact, I reckon that the God guy automatically wins this argument if every single answer he has is God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
If we can get somebody that hasn't listened to the pod included in this discussion,
oh yes,
we will do something. Next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, if you've got a really evangelical friend, I do, for instance, Di, who wants to start preaching in Syria. The Dome King, as he's known to older listeners of the pod, he is the Dome King no more.
Yeah.
He is the Syrian apostle. Is that the word? I'm a bit rusty on my Bible page.
Yeah.
But I'm not guiding him in onto that. That's
we're strongly not recommending for him to go.
There's not going to be really trite, mundane arguments if that's the case.
Yeah.
It's going to get pretty offensive.
Yeah, but they're always fun to read. So if that happens, that'd be great.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Now we're going on to what's cooler, Venus or Mars?
All right. What's cooler, Venus or Mars?
We just don't give a shit about this pod anymore, do we? When did we stop giving a shit?
I give a shit.
What episode was it when we were just so happy with having 10 seconds of just nothing? And you announcing what the segment is, they'd be like, oh, hang on, I've got a better thing. What's better, Venus or Mars again?
Yeah, a second time.
When does that happen? When did we start thinking that is okay?
To play the theme and do it really delayed. I don't know, I think it's alright.
Yeah, me too, I love it. You're listening to the podcast where the 3 people that are speaking to you right now really don't give a shit that the microphone is on, and if you want to listen to that, that's your own fault.
So what is better, Venus or Mars?
And again, okay, just how we were just saying how this podcast has just gone to the dogs. This segment, none of us have any real in-depth knowledge about Venus or Mars, so if you've got any in the comment section that you could actually put as input, I'm not going to pay attention to it, but someone might.
Yeah.
Because this is basically... Yeah, all right, yeah, I'm sure Tom would. But basically, we're just, from whatever we can think, what we think about these planets... We have like a vague idea of like, I think I've seen like an ice sheet on Mars from a photograph once.
Yeah,
that's basically blind science legacy.
Yeah,
is
ignorant science.
Yeah, ignorant science legacy. So
yes, science pathos.
Yeah.
All right, I'll kick things off by saying I prefer Venus.
Why is that, Robbie?
Because I think it's
Go.
I think it's just a big gaseous mass. I think from what I've heard from back in the day, and I think one thing I've heard is like you would fall. I think forever.
No. It's actually
not true?
made of... It has a rocky surface.
okay.
It's just a really huge sheet of, like, sulfuric acid as, like, a gassy layer, I think.
Oh, well, how can Mars compete with that?
Well, yeah, it's
What's
like...
going on Mars?
Well, it's completely poisonous, so it'd be really... But I was hearing about, like, terraforming. They're, like, considering, like, terraforming Venus could be possible, where you could, like, clean up Venus. Because essentially Venus is, like, global warming gone mad. Like, it's this greenhouse effect that's gone, like, insane. Like, it's accelerated beyond, like, repair. So the water itself is, like, is gone. Like, it's, like, dissipated or whatever, and, like, the... and like it's just
so the gases that make up water are still on Venus.
Yeah, but there's no actual water. Yeah, it's just like this gaseous kind of mess of just like poison gas, essentially, from global warming.
I've also seen in a 50s comic about Venus, when they used to think that would be the planet more likely to colonize than Mars, that there would be aliens there that kind of have this... They look kind of sluggish, but really friendly slug people. More reptilian than that, and kind of pterodactyl-y wings here, but hands to shake the guy that went on to Venus without a helmet. Not even a helmet. That's what they thought about Venus back then. Of just like, if we could only reach it. Scientists have been working on a large stick, so we can tightrope walk there. Find our finest Circus du Soleil acrobat. To make first contact.
Then you'd like them.
Thus proving Tom's point of them, just all the aliens there being like, I just don't see the meaning in this.
Yeah. It's kind of cool,
Sorry to have to do this, but we really have to sort of wrap up now. So what planet do you like, Mars or Venus?
I think Mars is cooler.
And what do you like, Jordan?
Yeah, Venus.
Nice.
And Robbie, Venus.
Venus wins.
Nice. Oh, there you go. Venus is better. And what's the last segment?
Well, we could either do country, no fussin', you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, should we do that one? That one might be more interesting.
No. I think we should definitely do the last one.
I really think the last segment would be the most interesting.
All right, so Robbie came to us with an idea for a segment, and we've decided, like, all right, Robbie, give it a shot. We'll see if you do it, and, you know, if we like it, then, you know, you get a reward.
Yeah, the reward is... it's kind of like it's kind of like training a seeing eye dog, giving them treats every time they do something good, punishing them severely when they do something bad to make sure they're very well behaved.
Yeah, because Robbie's had more than enough. We've given him too many chances, I think, and it's just one of these things where it's like, all right, Robbie,
naughty puppy,
you can. All right, yeah, we'll give you, like, this isn't even a last shot. This is you will be severely punished if we don't like this segment. And
how much will he be punished?
Yeah,
his soul will be owned by the devil.
And this is something that has really scares Robbie. Like, when I was reading out this potential curse of what we might put on Robbie, and he took his headphones and tried to leave the studio. So he's honestly petrified. Right now,
there is no fun on this man's face.
He's honestly,
is he even
really
a man at this point? He looks like a walking corpse. There is no colour in his face. It's all drained.
Yeah,
and we've just mentioned it. We've just mentioned the word devil and owning soul, and as soon as you do that, it's just like, I'm already a ghost.
And I found this curse on my phone on a site, but the site is just text edit, so it's not even a site, it's just words. It's pretty dodgy. So we'll see. So yeah, like the
best source there is.
Yeah, it's called the Devil's Curse. All right, but we might not do that.
Pretty much what happens is, Robbie, if we like this segment, we're going to buy you some Nutella. So huge rewards, huge reward, huge punishment.
Yeah, big risk.
Dare I say, massive punishment.
Yeah, he's a gambler. Yeah.
And so if he does it, we'll have to put a cross on his head as for written in this Microsoft text format.
Yeah.
Cross on his head.
Cross.
And then he's going to be playing some Slayer death metal music, and he's going to have to scream into the microphone 3 times, I am possessed.
Yeah. We have to turn the lights off, and then we wait for 20 seconds, and if 20 seconds passes and there is a man standing in the doorway, he'll offer you a question, and then it's like a genie. You get to ask him for something, but it's the devil.
So think carefully. Make sure that there's no way that the thing that you're about to receive can be tricked, as in, you know, I want to be the richest man on earth, and then it turns out that everybody hates you and brings you down. and
Yeah.
hung drawers and quarters you. You have to really make sure that it's a watertight question.
And in return, also, for your whatever you wish, he will own your soul. And if you do any of this process wrong, he'll drag you to hell, is the quote.
I'm on the verge of tears.
He actually is very scared. All right, Robbie. All right. What's your segment idea?
Oh, God.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
It's another Trabian! It's another Trabian!
No, it's not. It's not. It's called...
What is it?
It's called Feast of the Mind, okay? So, everybody loves food TV. They love seeing food shows, people cooking, these sorts of things. And I took that to the audio network, and what we've done is we've created a very trailblazing thing of, we eat and we enjoy it, and people love listening to it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us the next step further, and I'm going to be a pioneer in that I'm going to remove the food from the equation tangibly. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to be quite different, right? I'm really engaging theatre of the mind in a very real way here, because there actually isn't any food tangibly. So that's why it's called Feast of the Mind.
Okay, so it's Trabian, but we don't get to eat anything.
And we just have to imagine your crappy food.
No, not my crappy food. No, it's whatever you imagine your food. So I'm going to ask you, Tom, I'm going to say, what would your ideal meal be? And then you're going to tell us, and then you're going to think about it. And so what as an entree, what would you love as your entree?
Spring rolls.
Yeah, nice. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it?
That sounds good.
And then there's your main. I mean, you can have it from anywhere in the world. You can have anything you want.
Spaghetti.
Okay. Any sauce?
It's a really shit choice. Any meal in the world, and your main is spaghetti.
Yeah, meatballs.
Are you 10?
Okay.
Lasagna.
Chicken nugget.
Spring rolls, chicken nuggets, and and a dessert.
Deep fried ice cream.
Yeah, that's what I want every meal.
A fat white kid loves deep fried ice cream.
And your dessert would be?
Oh, it's got to be a flake.
Oh. Well, I think Lady Luck might be on my side. Here you go. Here's your dessert. Feast
Robbie
of the
has
mind.
just taken a flake from behind the computer that he has conveniently hidden.
I saw him buying it earlier.
Sad attempt.
Oh, I just thought that'd be your favourite. So
It is my favourite. I
So
love
it turns
flakes.
out, do you like that? That Lady Luck was on my side, and I've engaged theatre of the mind in a very real way.
But you
I
have...
do, actually, I've got to say, I do really like that surprise. It was great.
Yeah.
I think that it would be a good finish to the pod. However, I think a much better finish would be if we just
The
cursed
devil's
you.
curse.
Just come on. Take one for the pod.
You didn't even follow the segment, though. Like, you said it's going to be in my mind, and then you just delivered a tangible. You just did JVN, so it's not different.
but no, but you...
It's Trabian.
But like it's your...
It's the same
I'm
pod.
holding
No,
a
it's not.
flake in my hands. It's
Yeah,
not in my mind.
But it's got nothing to do with me. It's what you love, and I'm delivering what you love.
All right, Devil's Curse, hit the lights.
Robbie, that is... No. Okay.
What?
You're going to hell.
No.
No. All right, Robbie.
Write the
Can we
cross on
please
his
not?
head.
No,
Robbie, lean over. I have to draw a black
Honestly,
cross on your
please,
forehead.
No, please.
No, we're doing it.
Please don't make me do this.
Robbie, lean over and join this cross on your forehead.
Receive your punishment.
Can you please not make?
Oh my god, he's shaking.
Honestly,
He is shivering.
No, I don't. Why am I doing? No, I don't.
Do it, you wuss.
No.
Okay, that's one cross. Okay. We've always got it. We've always got a side of it. Here we go. And there it is. We have the cross on his head.
No.
He's already there.
Oh my God.
You're gonna go the whole way now.
Black cross.
Play
Alright,
the music.
hit the
Play the
music,
music. Hit
please.
the music.
All right,
What?
Robbie,
Robbie, get ready.
are you ready to meet a demon?
Close your eyes. Close your eyes and scream into the mic. I am possessed.
No,
It's
you-
already
Oh
happening.
my
You
god,
see
the thing behind you's moving.
Oh my god.
All right, so Robbie,
What was that?
you need to.
Okay, this Studio B is shaking with evil at the moment. Pieces of it are literally falling. We haven't even got to the I am possessed part.
All right, so the light is off. Close your eyes, Robbie.
Close your eyes and do it.
Please don't.
Do it.
You just need to scream, I am possessed.
Please.
Don't
into
be a
the mic
wuss.
3
Please.
times.
I don't want to do it. Please.
Just give him to the devil. You coward.
Drag me to hell.
You do it. I can't do it.
So you actually
Right,
gotta
either
do it.
that, either
Please,
that,
please.
or okay. Here's your stipulation.
Please don't.
You don't believe in this stuff. I don't know. Well, you do, it seems like.
He's crying. Okay. Here's your choice, Robbie. Either you scream into the mic, I am possessed 3 times, or you give all 8 golden dragon scales to Samuel Troy so he becomes the golden dragon. You are no longer the golden dragon. Anybody that refers to him as the golden dragon from now on, instantly blocked. It's not a part of history
Robbie
anymore.
has got his hands in his face and he's just crouched over the table.
He is faced with the classic devil's proposition. Dare he choose his soul or his dignity?
What a
Which
gambit.
one will it go down to?
Your choice, Robbie.
I'm
Robbie.
He can't answer.
He's
He is
speechless.
physically unable to answer.
come on, let's just get out of here.
All right. Okay, we're going to finish the pod.
Is that it? Samuel Troy has all 8 of your dragon scales?
I don't want to do either.
Can't have that option. You're not a hot girl. You don't get to go, I'd just rather kill myself. You don't get that.
Can we all say it together?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, right,
Very
okay.
easily.
Write it on your
All right,
forehead
and I'll
as
put
well.
this cross on my head. Very easily done.
All right.
Everyone close their eyes, though. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go.
I am...
Oh,
I wanted Robbie to do it. All right. You ready? 3, 2,
Okay,
1.
3, 2, 1.
I am possessed. I am possessed.
I am possessed.
he didn't.
He's talking to us. He's talking to us in the
I
trap.
didn't finish it.
I am possessed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that it?
Should we open the door? I'm actually kind of scared.
Why did we do
Get the
this?
champagne showers.
This is like.
Imagine if someone was standing there, actually. No, that would be... I can't believe that. All right, see you later, guys.
We're all 12.
Yeah.
Thanks to FBI for having us, and
Yeah, thanks, FBI.
all right. Let's
Always been fun. Have a good holidays, everybody.
Yeah. See you soon.
Anyway, see you guys.
Why did we do that?
What was that?
Yeah.
But it's a good end to the year, though, right?
Yeah.
The devil owns our soul. There's not a more epic end, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do the reverse call. Let's do the reverse. Should we do the reverse one as well?
Well,
All right, everyone now just scream into the mic. Let's just put a circle around this
Yeah. Okay.
and then just scream into the mic 3 times. I am not possessed.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Robbie's very eager for this.
he draws a second cross.
it's a half circle at the moment.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am not possessed. I am not possessed. I am not possessed. Devil be gone.
Yay! We did it, guys. Merry Christmas.
Happy ending. See you, everyone.